This is South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, also known as a Trump bootlicker, and he was brought along on this field trip just as a token, a sycophant, a bootlicker. If you do a Google Maps search of, quote, the Fed, you're going to get two different locations pretty close to each other. It's the one on Constitution Ave, the lower one, not the one right across the street from the White House. The other one is where they are at today. My bad. Today being July 24th, 2025, in the thriving metropolis of Washington, D.C. And this is, this is where we're talking about. And the building under construction of all the new basement stuff is the Mariner S. Eccles building. Forgive the pronunciation if I got that wrong. It's described as 20th Street and Constitution. You can barely make out 20th Street here, but yeah, obviously this whole block is under construction and apparently a little bit over budget. Let's take a deeper look. Now, a showman, sometimes referred to as the 45th or 47th president, Donald Trump, he's the director here, and he's calling the shot. So the shot is these three men are walking towards the camera, and both men know that the star is Donald Trump. So when they stop the walk, both men left and right get out of the picture. Because they're not the star. Trump is the star. Trump is the center of his universe. But the director, the choreographer, the main star, the guy's calling all the shots. That's not quite the way he wanted it to go. He wants the guy to his right, no, to his left, our right. He wants somebody in the frame because he's going to try to pull on him what he did to President Zelensky. Let's take a look.
With the chairman, as you know. Chairman, come on over. And we're just taking a look at what's happening. You know, it's a tough construction job. They're building basements where they didn't exist or expanding them, and a lot of very expensive work. There's no question about it. And Tim has been with me for a long time, and
Yes,
you're
sir.
in charge of the committee.
Indeed, one of the reasons why we wanted to see it was the overruns of the expenses. Wanted to figure out why.
What Trump and Scott don't want you to know, it is really none of Scott's fucking business, because the Congress, although they do hold the purse strings, they have nothing to do with the budget of the Fed. The Fed is budgeted entirely independent of the usual purse string bullshit the Congress pulls on us.
Yeah. So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah.
Now the gentleman shaking his head right there in front of the camera, right there under Trump's nose, because Trump is fucking lying, and he knows it. This is Jerome Powell, J. Powell as they like to call him. He is the chairman of the board of the Fed. He's the big guy. Well, the big guy when it comes to the Federal Reserve. By the way, the Fed means the Federal Reserve. Let's continue.
1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Interesting. He just happens to have a piece of paper in his pocket. He didn't have an aide hold it. This was supposed to be another Zelensky moment. But Jay Powell, he's pretty smooth. He ain't buying it. Watch this.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2. This came from us.
Yes. I don't know who does that.
So that's why Tim Scott's invited along. He was choreographed to back up the president's bullshit. Might not even be 3.1. It might be 3.2 billion, because the budget committee is so on top of it. They know the difference between 0.1 and 0.2. No, you know what Trump told you to say on camera. That's why you're here. That's the only reason you're here, bootlicker.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2. This came from us.
Yes. I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just
Epic fail. The Martin renovation is the Martin building a couple blocks away. It was completed not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 years ago. It's a very beautiful new building. It's 5 years old, and it's a completely different renovation project. It is not to be confused with the Eccles building, which is a couple blocks away and 5 years away. Nice try, Trump. Nice try, Scott. You failed.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just
That's
added.
our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building. Is what that is. That's a third building,
Well,
including
no,
the
but
Martin building.
it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
By the way, for anyone who isn't counting on their fingers and toes, 5 years ago is during the previous Trump administration. Any questions? I didn't think so.
But it's
So,
not, it's not new.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening, and it's got a long way. Do you expect any more additional cost overruns?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them, but we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use. But no, we don't. We expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
Nice to take these off, everyone.
Caught in a lie by a man who's quick on his feet and a little bit older than you. So what are you going to do? You're gonna take your head off and pretend like you didn't just try to Zelensky him and you didn't just fail epically. Let's change the topic quickly because I fucking failed.
Nice to take these off every once in a while when we're not under too much danger. So, any questions?
Mr. President, does the issue give you any... As a real estate developer, what would you do with a project manager who would be over budget?
Generally speaking, what would I do? I'd fire them.
Do you think this issue, Mr. President, gives you cause to do that?
Well, I'm here just really with the chairman. He's showing us around, showing us the work. And so I don't want to get that. I don't want to be personal. I just would like to see it get finished. And in many ways, it's too bad it started. But it did start. And
Translation, I don't really want to answer questions because I came here to choreograph embarrassing Jay Powell, and he embarrassed me, and now I'm deflated. So let's move on to something else, please.
Are there things the chairman can say to you today that would make you back off some of the earlier criticism?
well, I'd love him to lower interest rates. But other than that, what can I tell you? The country's doing really well. I just briefed the chairman on the deal we made with Japan.
Yeah, deal you made of Japan. What was it supposed to be? 90 deals in 90 days? Now it's 100 days and 4 deals, and it's not really much of a deal. The truth is, Japan doesn't give a shit. By the way, the raise in the cost from 2.3 billion to 2.7 billion is none other than the impact of tariffs of imported steel, mainly from Japan. That's why it's costing more. It's still on schedule as originally planned, 2027. Oh, and also, by the way, the chairman of the Fed does not raise or lower interest rates. He's part of a board. He leads a board, and the board votes on it. It's not just Jay Powell. Trump wants him to act like Trump does, like a fucking dictator. He's not a dictator. He does things the right way.